All right, good Tuesday morning. Meteorologist Gracie Morris here to give you an update on the storm situation that is going to be moving through later this afternoon. All morning long, we've been tracking a line of strong storms that's been impacting areas of the plains and areas of Texas. You can see all the storm reports here on your screen. Really, all modes of severe weather have been reported across the plains, all the way from Kansas to Oklahoma into parts of central and southeastern Texas. What could be a tornado was reported early this morning in central and southern Oklahoma, as well as hail and wind damage. Some strong winds have been reported, and currently tornado warnings still ongoing. So a line of severe thunderstorm warnings has been in effect all morning long, and that's exactly what we're still seeing this morning. A couple of tornado warnings just north of Tyler, Texas right now in place this morning. And as you notice that purple shaded area, that's a tornado watch, and just north of it is a severe thunderstorm watch. I expect that tornado watch to continue to be issued further east throughout the morning, and that'll eventually include our area later on this afternoon. So right now across central Mississippi, we're not seeing any severe storms, but a couple of light sprinkles in our western counties. Nothing severe. But those winds will pick up, already gusting in quite breezy at times. Sustained winds around 15 to 20 miles per hour, but those gusts have been closer to 30 miles per hour. I wanted to show this camera because it does look like a little ominous, but also the sun's coming out. And if you know anything about these severe weather days, when we see sun come out, it kind of adds fuel to the fire, if you will. That sun is acting as increasing our instability and our moisture, and it's not what we want to see. Most of our cameras do still have a good bit of clouds across the region, but we'll see some breaks in the clouds today. So not ideal, but as expected for several days now. I think all the ingredients for severe weather will come together for many severe storms across the region. So 60 degrees right now in Rolling Fork. We're at 58 in Yazoo City and Jackson, 62 in Natchez. Quite warm, and these dew point temperatures are increasing as well. 55 in Vicksburg. We're going to see these numbers continue to go up, likely into the 60s, which again we don't want. We have all that moisture in the atmosphere. That is what those severe storms need to get going and to begin to produce severe impacts. So your first forecast, we're going to feel these gusty winds even early this morning, near 30, 35 miles per hour. We should stay dry though through the mid-morning hours. It's not till about lunchtime that we'll really feel and be watching for the increase of those severe storms, but gusty winds will be likely across the entire region all day long, and that is why we do have a wind advisory in place today from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. So I'm going to show you two models here. Of course, this strong cold front still back to our west, associated with a low pressure that's to our north, but this is our high resolution model, and over the last 24 hours these models have been very consistent on time frame. So I'm pretty confident that we've got a good grip on this timing situation here, but I think it's possible some of these cells out ahead of the main line could be some discrete supercells, especially if we see enough breaks in those clouds and enough instability to fuel these storms to rotate or produce gusty winds. So we'll be watching for this potential at least after the lunch hour and through about 7, 8 o'clock, especially though our river counties, we're going to be watching this around 3 and 4 o'clock this afternoon, approaching I-55 or just to the east of it by 5:30, 6 o'clock. Again, this is one of our models, and those red swath you're seeing there on your screen, that's actually showing us some thunderstorm fuel, so some uplift, some increase potential of seeing that rotation and the tornadic development of those storms as well. So here's 7 p.m. moving into the Pine Belt and then moving out of here by 9 o'clock. This is the only good news with this storm system. It's really going to be a potent line of storms, but it does not linger. So we don't see a flash flood concern, and we're not going to see this go into the overnight hours, which is really good news, but still not a great time of the day. People are headed home from work or school. Hopefully, if you're watching this, you can make adjustments or plans to be in your home, be near a safe place when these storms are rolling in. So here's a look at our in-house model, and this is also fairly consistent. We're showing us the biggest threat around 3 o'clock west of Interstate 55 and approaching our metro counties here, showing us all modes of severe weather, heavy rainfall, gusty winds, and yes, tornadoes are going to be possible, some of which could even be strong. By 5 o'clock, I think most of this threat is moving east of Interstate 55 into the Pine Belt. By 7, 8 o'clock, and it's out of our region entirely before 10 o'clock even gets here. So very consistent there, both of those models. Here's a look at your threats. And again, that time frame, 1 p.m. to 8 p.m., moving on out. But it's a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk. Just a side note, if you are maybe watching from Louisiana or you're going down south for Mardi Gras, hoping that weather will be better there, it's not the case. They're going to be dealing with these same conditions all the way far south as Baton Rouge and New Orleans, and they've actually had to move up their parade schedules to move and shift around this severe weather day. So it's not going to be a pretty day anywhere across the Deep South. Now, this is likely going to be our biggest threat. We've got winds and tornadoes, wind up to 60 to 70 miles per hour. Tornadoes, likely some of which could be strong. Flash flooding, though, will be low. A wind advisory and a high wind warning is also in place. So not only are we going to have to deal with this time frame, that window of severe storm opportunity, but notice these wind advisories and warnings do not get issued very often, and this means for high profile vehicles like buses or 18-wheelers, even your tree limbs and trees could come down with these types of sustained winds and gusts throughout the day. This will be as early as 9 o'clock this morning. So weather does quiet down by Wednesday, thankfully. Maybe you're celebrating Ash Wednesday. We'll see cooler than average temperatures in the upper 50s, mostly sunny skies, and then we drop back into the 30s by Thursday morning. Thursday and Friday should be beautiful days. We will warm up back above average for the end of the work week, and Saturday we're tracking another round of storms and rain. As of now, we're not advertising any severe weather, but we'll have to watch it closely, of course, given this time of the year, and we may have to up that percentage of precipitation as well on Saturday. But swinging forward on Sunday, we lose that hour of sleep, but we get some extra sunlight to enjoy. Next week should be a nice